Hello to all you nifty nerds, gaming goods, and joystick jockeys out there in Pixelland. This is Double Shift, the show where seasoned game industry vets talk about how vocabulary is necessary when they get into my library.
What?
But before we get to that, we will talk about video games just a little bit.
A little bit.
I am your host, Mike A, aka DJ. Oh my gosh, along with my friend, former colleague, and currently eating I toast stew like the one Peter Tosh. Donnell, say hello, Donnell. Whew, that was hard.
Hello. You got me there with that one.
Yeah, and well, not just you and I. There's also rah like a dungeon dragon. Producer Jeff. All right, I'm done. That was all. I was listening to, what song is that from? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't.
That's, of course, Busta Rhymes' verse, or some of it, from the song Scenario, Tribe Called Quest, featuring Leaders of the New School, Scenario.
Wow, that was a lot of words.
Don't tell me you don't know that song. You do. It's okay.
I guess, maybe. You were just doing a bad impression.
No.
I'm kidding.
Even at work, I used to say something, because, the chorus is, here we go, yo, here we go, yo.
Oh, yeah,
so what's the scenario? I would say, so what's up, Denelio? But anyway, I said that.
I guess all I know is the chorus line, or whatever that is.
Oh, a chorus line. That's Jeff's favorite movie. But we're not here to talk about Jeff or his favorite movie.
Aww.
We're here to talk about video games just
a little bit.
Of course, I can't start without telling you to go to our Instagram page. You should know it by now if you're a fan. Our one fan knows it, that's for sure. It is Double Shift Pod, all one word. And we're putting up more clips and videos and fun stuff. And I've promised stuff that I'm going to put up there that I haven't yet because I'm lazy.
I still never even sent you the Nickelodeon stuff either, so I'm sure I'm slacking too.
It will come. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, Instagram, don't do it. doubleshiftpod@gmail.com, all one word, ask questions. Jeff, any fan mail? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs to the side. All right, he's saying thumbs up, but we don't have enough time.
We suck.
That's true. and don't forget about the YouTubes. Jeff. I don't know what that was. Double Shift Pod, separate words. We have our podcast up there in audio format. We have some YouTube shorts, some clips from the show, and I think pretty soon we'll have live. Well, not live, but we'll have video of our shows. I think. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, you should check it. How are you going to find out if you don't go check it out? So go check it out. Yeah. So that's all that. But this week's episode is blandly titled Sega Genesis was not Sega's Genesis. You see what I did there, Danelle?
I did, and when I read it too, I had to reread it a couple times because I was like, wait, what? What is this saying? I thought it was saying the same thing, and then I was, yeah, I get it.
There's one piece of punctuation that changes it.
It's important, that punctuation.
It makes it possessive.
We need to teach Jarrell how to use punctuations.
Yeah. What's it called? ... So yeah, we're not going to talk about the Sega Genesis. We're going to talk about the Sega Master System. Do you have any knowledge of the Sega Master System?
I know of it, but have I seen it? Nope. Have I played anything on it? Nope.
Well, you wouldn't be alone, actually.
You are not alone. I am here with you. Okay, I'll stop.
Is that Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay. With the Lisa Marie Presley, is that video?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I don't
anyways,
think so.
Forget it.
Yeah, I know. We're going off topic.
If you mention anything that's old, I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm interested in that. So let's get back to this. Let's not talk about old shit. Let's talk about old shit. All right. Genesis means something like origin or beginning, which is not the case in terms of Sega home consoles, so it's a confusing name. In fact, Sega Master System is not technically the beginning of their home console frontier either. It's a remodeled version of the third iteration of their first console. That's confusing. Yes, I confused myself.
What?
So Sega had a console only in Japan. It was huge in Japan, maybe not huge. called the Sega Mark III, which was the third upgrade of their first console, which was like something 1000. And the newly founded Sega of America, which was headquartered here in the Bay Area, San Francisco, in fact, they flexed their creative juices to come up with a new name for its Western customers. That name would be the Sega Master System, obviously, because I already mentioned that. And do you know how they came up with this name? Like you don't think they were just throwing darts at random words on a board, do you? Like no way, right?
You never. Well, I don't know. You never know. I mean, I've known game companies that name themselves
Machine Zone.
Well, I was gonna say another one, but I don't really want to.
That's okay.
But no, I've known one that did. They kind of did that. They just like, oh, let's throw a number out there. Oh, let's throw this out there. Like, let's.
Yeah.
So, well, how did it come about?
They threw darts at words on a board. It's actually why. So if you did guess that, you would have been correct. They even lied to the Sega president for that was back in Japan. Made up some story that like martial arts, the best is called the Master or some reasonable
Master. Master.
Yes, you know when I was anticipating doing this episode, I was like, when is Danelle gonna? Not if, but when is she gonna give me some Metallica? Mm-hmm. So feel free to hit me and Jeff in the face, and then with that
with some stank on it.
Some stank. Sounds like there's an ambulance in the background. Oh. I
know there was. I live right next to a firehouse.
Oh, yoga fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that would have been perfect for last week.
Yeah, perfect. So anyways, what are we talking about? Sega Master System. That system is my first experience with Sega, and I remember it fondly. For reasons that I still don't know to this day, our neighbor had a Sega Master System and decided to give it to us. They didn't want it anymore. And randomly, a bunch of neighbor kids on the block had the Sega Master System, because I remember a bunch of us swapping and borrowing games.
That's crazy that they would give one to you.
Yeah, I still don't know why. And you know, the kid that lived there still lives there down the street from my mom. So maybe I'll ask him one day, why did you give us the Sega Master System?
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I don't know. I don't remember doing that. But I didn't ask questions as a kid. When free game systems showed up at our house, I was just excited. And then one day, for some reason, my sister's boyfriend's brother somehow borrowed the Sega Master System for one night and kept it forever at his house in Fresno.
Aww.
And that would lead to us borrowing, quote-unquote, my sister's boyfriend's Genesis for a few years, because I think he felt bad, but then they broke up, and then I think he took it back. And I would always ask, hey, can we drive up to Fresno and get the Master System back? But I didn't know where Fresno was, so my parents were always like, absolutely not. So that never happened. So heartbreak aside, the short time that I had with the Master System was great. We didn't pay one penny for that. Between the games
that
the neighbor
gave us,
though. Yeah, for sure. Like he gave us the console, a bunch of games, and then everyone swapped games around the neighborhood. It was a free experience, and maybe it didn't even happen.
See, I would have totally played more games if that would have been happening to me too. Because I don't know, we didn't have money, or I didn't think about buying more games or more consoles. But that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's like kind of same. I mean, we had consoles and stuff, but like, you know, getting a game was a big deal.
Yeah.
That's why we rented so much from Rangoon Video and Pager.
You and that.
That's our next shirt, in fact, Rangoon Video and Pager.
I want some more cream cheese Rangoons now.
I know, it does invoke that for me as well, but crab.
Oh.
Even though
I've never had crabs.
We talked
No,
we made that same joke.
I know.
We talked smack about crab a few episodes ago, but I do like crab Rangoon. Anyways. So just like Nintendo, Sega Master System had a light gun, 2 controllers.
Oh, they did?
Yes, and it was called a light phaser, in fact.
Phaser.
Yeah. And then it came with a multi-cart, kind of like the Mario Duck Hunt thing, but it was...
okay.
It was Hang On and Safari Hunt. And so a racing game and a game where you shot animals. And... It took the country by storm is what Sega was hoping to hear after it launched, but it never really did that well in Japan or here. It did pretty well in other countries, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But as a kid, I didn't follow sales numbers. I just liked games.
Yeah, of course. Whatever was fun to you, and
exactly. So here are some of my favorites. Actually, I'm going to use the first one to explain a couple weird things about the Sega Master System. Not weird, but they had some unique features.
Okay.
And keep in mind, these games are my favorites from my childhood because they're likely the only ones I played because, again, we didn't pay for anything.
Yeah.
I had a choice. And I've done, a little bit of research and saw what people consider the best of the best, and pretty much none of mine were on that list, but that's okay. We're going to start with a game called My Hero. As mentioned a second ago, the Sega Master System had a couple unique features that were different from the competition at the time, and the game My Hero is a perfect way for me to describe those two features.
Okay. Go on.
They did, the system had 3D glasses and the light gun, as I mentioned, but those aren't
3D glasses.
Other consoles had those types of things too.
They did?
Yeah, Nintendo had 3D glasses.
Oh, I don't remember.
They were like the blue and the red,
Yeah.
So My Hero was a beat 'em up game where you beat up street punks to save a girl. If that sounds
familiar. Yeah.
It could have been in our beat 'em up episode. And the game cover art was a street punk getting punched in the face. So.
Oh, nice. Very classy.
So the first feature I want to talk about is the fact that My Hero is a Sega card game.
Okay, what is that?
So the Sega card was basically a relic from their previous consoles, and it essentially was a little memory card, and it was a way for game developers to make cheaper game cartridges other than like the actual cart.
Huh.
So they can sell them for cheaper, basically, because people like saving money, and they thought people would buy more if they paid less, that type of thing, right? But because it was a smaller thing, a thingamabob, I think is the proper terminology.
Thingamabob. Oh, it sounds right.
Yeah, thingamabob. It meant that there was less story, memory.
I heard that too. I was going to say something, but
you should always make fun of me.
I do it too. It comes out in some of my words sometimes. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I spend all day not talking, and then all week not talking.
That's true. And then all of a sudden your mouth is like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, it had less nerd shit on it. So games are often less awesome. I think that's also a technical term, less awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, the Sega Master System had a card slot built in the front, but by this time Sega kind of got away from those little cards because they weren't very good. So North America only got 15 games on the card system before Sega moved into the future. The future! Shout out South Park.
I was like, what's that from?
Yeah, the future! So yeah, people didn't want to pay less money if it meant that they would get less game. So, for example, My Hero is a good example of that, because that was an arcade game that got ported to the Sega Master System card lineup. But because of the limitation with the card, the game only had one level from the original version.
Oh, like one of the... Oh, yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, for sure. And so you would basically loop over and over until you lost all your lives. And even that was like really... It was like a really challenging game. And not because it was challenging, it's just because kind of like shitty design. That happens. But it was a card that we borrowed from a neighbor, and I thought it was cool that the system had a card thing, and I was just happy to have a new video game, so I liked it. Yeah. So that's like a card. But that brings us to our next feature, which is the pause button was on the system itself. So you're used to... Yeah, so you're used to like clicking your controller. You're so verklempt over this news that you're coughing.
Yeah, imagine having to actually get up and go and press the button on the console.
Exactly, and that...
Maybe that's why we were skinnier.
Yeah, exactly. They knew what they were doing. But
interesting, huh?
The pause button being on the console would get my brother in trouble one day, kind of. So I was playing My Hero, and I got really far or beat the boss or something. I can't remember, but I did something. I did a thing, and I was so excited that I wanted to pause the game and go get my brother, who was outside playing basketball with some friends. And so I went to go pause the game, but it's right next to the reset button on the console.
Oh no!
So I thought I had paused it, but I had pressed the reset button.
No!
Enthusiastically, I ran outside and I got my brother. You have to come quick! I did a thing in My Hero. I belted.
And he's like, "What?"
He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Whoa," because like it was hard. Like we were like, "This game sucks and it's hard. One hit, you're dead." Turns out most people hated this game, but we get to the living room and what gloriousness do we see on the warm glow of the television? We see the title screen. The title screen.
No.
I pressed reset instead of pause. I swear I did a thing I told him.
Yeah.
My brother
he's
was
like,
so
yeah.
he was so disappointed, and he was kind of mad that I came and got him. Like what is this?
Oh gosh, distracting me, taking me away from what I was doing.
Yeah, so I started to cry. Like I started to like wail. Like
my god.
I was pretty young.
I was gonna say, how old were you? Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
32.
Oh, well, you're so stupid.
I was like I was hysterical, in fact. And then my mom heard me like crying or whatever, and she immediately started yelling at my brother. What did you do to him? He was like, dude, nothing, I swear. And like she was like, I don't want to hear it. No more basketball with friends. So he got in trouble, and I probably could have stepped in and be like, no, mom, it's because I pressed reset, but I don't know. It was like 5 or 6 or something. So I what do I know? So I just let it happen.
Man.
And oh yeah. So man. So that is why you should put the pause button on the console next to the reset button.
No.
So yeah, that's My Hero.
Wow. Yeah, bad design.
Bad design for sure.
Well, maybe they just didn't. I don't know. I guess they did think about it, but maybe didn't think about it.
They tried to think, but what happened?
Nothing happens.
Nothing. You never worked at Sega, did you? We know some folks that did, I know, but and now
probably the one place that didn't work.
Yeah, that's too bad. I wanted to, and then I didn't, and now they're not in San Francisco anymore.
Yeah.
So there you go. Everyone's moving out of the Bay Area. All right, some other games that I think are worth mentioning is Outrun. That of course is the dope arcade racer with like the guy in the red car and like the hot blonde girl with them on the arcade.
Nice.
But that's important because the name Outrun actually spawned a subgenre of EDM music.
What?
Called Outrun.
No way.
I love it. It's like 80 synth video game music.
I wouldn't like it.
Oh, it's dope.
80 synthesizers, I can't do it. It's so cheesy and bad to me. I just can't.
I think that in the 80s, for sure, the synthesizers they sounded a little rough because it was new technology. Nowadays, though, you can make things sound pretty dope. But I'm not, listen, I'm not here to sell you on EDM music.
We were just talking about going to an EDM festival in Sacramento because they have a new one that's coming to Sacramento in October. And I don't really know a lot of the people, but it seemed cool. So it's interesting they would bring this up.
Maybe they'll have some Outrun there and you'll become a fan. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Like
now I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, I'd be actually interested to see. We can talk about it after the show, but who's playing at that festival? I won't go.
The lineup's not out yet. It's early bird tickets to buy before you know the lineup. But like Marshmello was there at the other ones. Tiesto was at one of them. Zed was there. Dom Dolla was there. So they have like some really big like names at a lot of them in the other cities.
Nice.
They didn't say who was going to be here yet. So I'm assuming someone big because it's Bay Area. So I'm assuming it would be some
you
big
said Bay Area wrong.
What?
Bay Area.
Oh,
sorry. Zed.
Zed's dead, baby.
I knew you were.
Yeah, that's what I can't not think of that.
Zed's dead, baby. Actually, is a musical artist, but Zed played at MZ Party once. So that
what?
Was kind of kidding, yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I don't know. It's statute of limitations at this point. But
well, if so, he can take it out.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It's not fine. Oh, Jeff can't take it out. I'm fucked, aren't I? I think my. Anyways.
Sorry, yeah. Let's loop this back around again.
Another game that I played on Sega Master System was called Alien Syndrome. I played that at Sears.
Oh, didn't.
I did.
At my family store.
Yeah, that's where you were. That's where you were born and raised.
I was on
Sears
the Whirlpool washer.
At Valco. Shout out to Valco.
Oh gosh, that was too far away.
Okay. I really did play it at Sears, so that's my experience with that game.
What, they had like consoles or something, or like TVs where you could play the like demos and stuff?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I didn't know they had that at Sears.
Game. Yeah. my dad would always be like, "Can we go, Michael?" Like, no, I'm playing Alien Syndrome. A word I knew how to pronounce when I was that age.
Yeah.
I also played Alf.
What?
We
The
had
80s
Alf.
cartoon?
Yeah. The sitcom, right?
Oh, the sitcom. What?
I don't know if anyone else played Alf, but that was one of the games that we got from our neighbor. And what I remember of it is that you played as Alf, and you did Alf.
Yeah, what would you do?
I don't know. You walked around the house. I think you had to like find your spaceship or something. I can't remember. Maybe you ate cats. I honestly can't remember.
That's right. He didn't like cats.
Yeah, he ate. I think he ate cats.
I forgot till you just said that. That's funny.
Yeah. Alf was cool. Alf is back.
I want to be that for Halloween now.
Oh, that would be too hot. Like too much fur.
Not where I live, up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should be Alf then.
Nice.
And then, of course, I mentioned Hang On at Safari Hunt. Everyone had that motorcycle game and a game where you shoot animals. I had Ghostbusters, one of the most hated games of all time, in fact.
What?
Yeah, people don't like this game.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of crappy. Like, it was kind of simple, and you drove around in their little cool vehicle, and you went into buildings and you busted ghosts. I think like the controls suck and all that. But when I was a kid, I thought
it could have been good.
Like, I don't know. I
feel the proton pack, and you can shoot with your lasers and stuff. And
yeah, like I enjoyed it. I think a lot of the YouTubers that I see where all this hate comes from, I feel like didn't grow up with it, and maybe they aren't even old enough to remember it. So
yeah,
like shut the fuck up, I guess. And then two more. Aztec Adventure, we borrowed that from a neighbor. I liked it.
Aztec Warrior.
It was a game where you searched for treasure and locals tried to kill you.
Oh, God.
So I like the cover art. Sega Master System had the best cover art. I liked it a lot.
Oh, I'll have to look at these then.
You should, yeah. They're quite aesthetically pleasing. And there was some weird snail game you could play when you didn't have a cart in the system and you turned the system on. There was like a snail game. And I didn't even look it up. I don't want to know the name. I called it the Weird Snail Game. And it's like you're a snail and you go through a maze, and it was cute. And like the snail had like a smiley face.
Ooh, this Aztec Adventure cover does look kind of cool.
Yeah, I liked it. He's getting killed by a local, basically. And I think he's a kid. Speaking of kid, finally, actually, my final game on the list that I want to remember here for this segment, anyways, is Alex Kidd in Miracle World. So maybe that's not my favorite game, and I'll get it. Like, look, listen, Danelle and Jeff. I know I'm supposed to love this game. Almost every retro gamer does, and certainly the Sega fanboys do more than anything. Alex Kidd was a kid, and the word kid, it's spelled with two Ds because, I mean, I'm a fan of that.
For obviously. A double dose of this pimpin'.
Yeah, that was smooth as eggs. And his name is Alex. And he walks around and he punches things. He has a big old fist and he punches things with it.
I see. I'm looking at the art now.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be like the Sega mascot that rivaled Mario before.
Oh, really?
Like before Sonic, yeah. And I mean, obviously, thank God Alex Kidd didn't work out. I think they would have been finished after Genesis if it weren't for Sonic, personally. Oh. The game is fine, and it's like a platform. You punch things, you break things, you collect things. It's got varied gameplay. It's got really nice colors. It's got a lot of sequels.
Yeah, the colors look pretty.
Yeah, in fact, most Master System's colors were actually better than Nintendo. I think
I can see that.
Yeah, they were like bright and all that kind of stuff. But it's the music. It's the music that makes me really, really hate this game. And I think, Jeff, if you could play a snippet of this music, and I'll let Danelle judge it afterwards. But play it. And then we'll go from there.
Play it. Whoa, what the hell?
Okay, thank you.
That reminds me of Zelda?
Well, I don't want to get mad at you, but please never say that again.
I keep seeing myself like sitting on a world map somewhere and hearing this music as I'm walking around. Doom, 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 doom.
No. Zelda's music is much more pleasant, Danelle. This is it's loud. I mean, it scared you right
It
away.
was, yeah.
Right?
When it came on, I was like, "Whoa!"
So like that's how it is in the game. And
Oh God!
what you actually don't hear is like because you're collecting things the whole time. That sound effect is super loud too. So it's just
Oh
like,
really?
noises.
Gosh, this really makes you angry.
It does. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's loud, it's rushed, it's too bright, it's too busy, it's got a weird bass sound and annoying drum sound, and it's relentless, and it makes me feel like I'm going crazy. And like I said, the sound effects are clashing with it, and it's an assault on the ears, and I can't stands it, you know.
Can't stands it.
And the music does change sometimes depending on what the level is, but that main theme will like come back and like transition scenes or whatever it is, and it's just like the worst. And don't get me wrong, all the other music's like bad too, but like it's better. Like that particular piece of music, Jeff, don't shake your head at me. It's not good.
It wasn't too bad, but I mean, I guess I could see it.
Well, I don't like it, but I'm glad that you're. I mean, we can't just agree on everything all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It was upbeat. I didn't mind it too much, but it was definitely loud. I can't stand loud TVs even, and
Right.
I love loud music though. Is what's weird. I don't like. I have to listen to my music so like ear bustingly loud, but
Of course.
a loud TV annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, I could see that. But you know, I keep teasing a banging video game soundtrack episode. And let's just say that song, in my opinion, will not make the list. But that's okay.
I can't wait to tease you with this in the future. I'm just gonna like give you a happy birthday, and it's gonna be this music playing.
I would like. I mean, yeah, I like stuff like that, so that's fine.
I
like pissing people off out of love.
Yeah, you're right. It comes from a place of love.
Of course. And so that's why I don't remember that game fondly. I guess they did make a remake of it a few years ago, and it got really good reviews. But I haven't played it because I hated it as a kid, so I didn't rush out to go play it.
Yeah, you're like, screw that.
But America loved Alex Kidd. And
it does sound familiar, but...
Yeah, it's like one of those names that get tossed around every so often because...
Yeah.
You know, you work with people in the industry and they're old and they like to remember old stuff, so
and everybody had their own games that they played, so they'll definitely hear about something that somebody played.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Danelle's drinking water for those.
I hate when you do that because it makes me want to drink that fast and it makes me want to choke because I can't drink that fast.
Here, I'm gonna drink now, you try it.
So I try. Oh, so why did that make you laugh? Is it the way I said it?
Yeah.
Get a dose of your own medicine.
I know, it's good. Do you know who else loves Sega? Danelle? Brazil! Sorry.
What?
Brazil. I tried to say it like Street Fighter.
I thought that's what you said.
Brazil! So yeah, Brazil loved the Sega Master System. It was really popular there, and it stayed on shelves a lot longer than it did here. In fact, Danelle, it's still on shelves. Brazil still sells the Sega Master System to this day.
What?
So they didn't loved it. They still love it. And actually, it's kind of weird. So one of our super fans actually sent me an article this week, like the beginning of this week. So shout out to Watson, of course.
Watson, hello, sir.
Not only is he a double shift super fan, he's a Sega super fan as well.
Oh, really?
He sent me this article not knowing that I was actually in the middle of writing the Sega Master System.
No way. We're all just on the same wavelength with you sometimes, I swear.
A little creepy, honestly.
Yes.
So I don't know what the odds on that are, but shout out to Watson. So I'm going to just give you a summary of the article because I'm lazy. But anyways, the Sega Master System continues to be manufactured and sold in Brazil. Decades after its initial launch. This is largely attributed to a company called Tectoy, a Brazilian company that began distributing Sega products in the country in the 80s.
Wow.
They not only sold the Master System, but they localized games in the Brazilian market into Portuguese and all that kind of stuff. And they created kind of exclusive games for that country.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Over the years, Tectoy released various iterations of the Master System, such as the Master System Compact and the Master System Evolution, often with built-in games and without cartridge slots. These versions cater to the Brazilian market's demand for affordable gaming options, and new versions are still sold to this day.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
it really is.
They're back in time.
Yeah. So, anyways, I have more of the article, but I think you get the point. Like, it's so popular and so beloved there that they still make new consoles. They sell them. I believe they even still make new games.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess kind of what happened was Brazil didn't get the Nintendo until the mid '90s, and so by the time it came there, they were like, "Fork Nintendo, we love Sega." That's what they said.
Sega.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's kind of crazy, but shout out to Brazil to still loving the Sega Master System. I think a lot of it had to do with like tariffs back in the day too. I know it's a hot word to say nowadays.
Oh, it is. But...
Just like because of like their economic hardships and all that kind of stuff, like Sega Master System was like, that's what we got. And,
yeah.
Well, good for
them.
Hey,
at least they had something, and at least they rolled with it and made something out of it.
Yeah.
They got to enjoy a little piece of the pie out there.
Absolutely. You can't just play soccer all the time and be like the best soccer
and
player.
Do MMA. They're like the best MMA fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. When they're not MMAing or soccering, they're Master Systeming.
Or maybe both.
Yeah. They're playing soccer on the Master System.
Football,
I'm sorry. My bad. All right. Well, now it is time for me to give Jeff enough warning to play the song for Donnell's favorite segment.
Ooh.
Jeff.
Snacks? Snacks? Snacks?
Motherfucking snacks.
I need to have food with me every time. I keep forgetting I want to have like a snack. And
Right. Well,
maybe I should have a snack that you're going to be talking about. That'd be kind of interesting. If I could find one.
Well, I think you could do this. You could do this weekend, Donnell. I hope you're excited for the snacks.
Okay.
Yep. To remind our audience, snacks is where we pair dope snacks with a game. Notice how I didn't say a dope game today.
Oh, you didn't. That's funny.
Just like fine wine and fancy food, snacks is we pair the other thing. Snacks is of course spelled with an X, and the Word document is giving me a squiggly line for that, spelling it like that. So how dare you, Word document? Don't you know by now?
Line.
Come on now.
So Word, add it to the dictionary.
I guess I have to do that on my own Word doc. Today's snack is one of my favorites, but I haven't made it in years. Yes, I said made.
Okay.
Because today we're not buying Chex Mix, Donnell. We're making it.
We're
making it.
I've never made it either.
Really? Or really? I don't know what happened to my voice.
You're talking about the bold flavor one though, or whatever. I've made the one with the peanut butter and the powdered sugar.
Oh, okay. I mean, that works. Yeah, I am talking about like the classic sort of recipe.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say, don't tell me you don't like Chex Mix, especially homemade.
No, I've had it homemade because I knew someone that made it, but I myself have never made it.
Oh, you should do it this weekend. In fact, you might learn what to put in it from this segment.
Nice. Let's hear it.
So, buying it is fine. Actually, shout out, the bold flavor is, I think, the closest to the homemade, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But the homemade was just so good. First of all, homemade classically has peanuts.
Okay.
The ones that you buy at the store...
They don't.
And I get it. I mean, the peanut allergies...
yeah.
I don't want to... I mean, it's a...
Damn allergens.
It's a hard thing for some families, for sure, with peanut allergies. But yeah.
Try to appeal to everybody.
You do, yeah. So you get different types of Chex cereals. You get pretzels, you get peanuts, you get other stuff. You get a million tablespoons of seasoning, and of course, you get butter. And then you mix it all together, hence the name, and then you bake it. And then...
I was just watching Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, nice.
The newer one.
So good. Yeah, so you bake it, and it's just delicious.
Well,
and then,
what is it? What's in it?
I'll get to that. Danelle, you calm down. I'll get to it in like 5
I know I'm
seconds.
hungry now. I'm like, what is it? I gotta make it.
And it's even better. So you cook it, and it's great that day. But the next day, it's even better. Cause
Oh, really? It's one of those.
yeah, they get happy. All the seasonings get happy overnight.
Come on, get happy.
Yeah, clap your hands.
I'm glad you did too. I don't know why. I just felt like I had to.
So something that I didn't appreciate about it as a kid, because I didn't think about anything because I was a kid, was how expensive it was to make Chex Mix. Because you had to buy it.
This is true. Each box is now $5 a box, at least nowadays. But I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the stuff. You're right.
It was kind of the tiki drink of snacks.
Ooh, I want a tiki drink on this hot day.
Absolutely. You buy all this stuff to make a tiki drink. It's like $105 to make one drink.
I know.
So it was expensive back then, but I did adjust for inflation, and so how expensive is it today? So first of all, here are the ingredients.
Oh, okay. I want to hear all this. Yeah.
You're going to need the following. You're going to need 3 cups of corn Chex cereal, 3 cups of rice Chex cereal, and 3 cups of wheat Chex cereal. And so that's 3 different boxes of Chex Mix right there.
Yeah.
You need 1 cup of mixed nuts, including peanuts, or you can just get peanuts, I suppose.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's up to you. I think you could be a little bit do whatever, your own thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
1 cup of bite-sized pretzels, 1 cup of garlic-flavored bite-sized bagel chips or regular-sized bagel chips broken into 1-inch pieces, and of course, 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of wash-your-sister sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of seasoned salt, 3/4 teaspoon garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of onion powder. So in my extensive research on the internet, the average price of all these ingredients put together in the South Bay, is what I looked up. In the South Bay today would be about $35.
Holy shit!
So $35 to make.
How much does this make?
This was
how many portions do you even know?
I think 12, maybe 12 cups or something like that. And if you break it down by portion, obviously it's like less expensive, but
still,
but you can't buy portions of things. You got to buy.
Yeah, you got to do it all. And $35 to make one snack, I'd be like, man, this is all we're having for the Super Bowl.
But I think if you buy all those things and then you like triple or quadruple the batch because you have so much ingredient, like maybe it's worth it at that point because it's $35 for a lot. So
yeah, wow.
But I think honestly, for me, this is a big statement. Homemade Chex Mix might be top 3 snack of all time for me.
Wow. Okay.
And listen, if I read you the nutrition facts.
Oh no, this has been important recently in my life. So
yeah, exactly. Me too. That's what happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're old.
Well, yeah, you and Jeff are old, and I'm getting there. Nutrition facts. Of course, facts is spelled with an X.
Of course.
Yeah. Anyways, for 1 cup, so 1 cup of these scintillating snacks will get you about 230.
1 cup.
Yeah, so not a lot. 230 calories. 12 grams of fat. Keep in mind, this is 1 cup. You could take a shot of it. 12 grams of fat. 4 grams of saturated fat. Now that's a lot. That's 20% of your daily value. And here's what I'm saying about the 1 cup. You're not just having 1 cup. You're having 4 or 5, probably. I am.
Yeah.
I'm having 100% of my daily value of saturated fat for sure. No trans fat because we don't have that in America anymore. 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 450 milligrams of sodium, 30 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber. Hey, fiber! 4 grams of sugar, and 5 grams of protein. Not great, but not terrible. We've got some protein. So anyways.
No.
So, again, that doesn't sound that bad, but there's no way. Nobody eats 1 portion of snacks.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever looked at what the serving size is for Doritos, for example? It's like 7 chips or something.
Yeah, I've been trying to eat like that though. Like when I try, especially with sweets, I'll be like, "Oh, 1 serving size is 7 peanuts." I'm like, okay, or like M&Ms. I guess I'm only having 7 M&Ms then. Yeah. I've been really trying to watch it, but it is crazy the serving sizes.
It really is, yeah. But that being said, all that price and fat and all that stuff, is it worth it? Yes.
Once in a while, sure.
Yeah, exactly. I was hoping you'd give me a Missy Missy Elliott after I asked.
Oh, the work is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. And then whatever she says, is your swinging tickets wet yet? I don't know what.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she says. Is
I
your
usually
swinging
just
tickets wet yet?
Jeff's either really impressed or quite unimpressed. I can't tell. Yeah, that's better than I do it. I just, but I used to always tell Nicholas at work, is it worth it? Get back to work, Nick. That was a fun.
Oh my gosh.
Because, he'd get distracted. A butterfly would fly by and he'd get distracted.
Aw, that's cute. I'd like to see that. Him bust out a net. He's running around the office like...
Gleefully running around with a child, laughing.
Drops his glasses, can't see for a minute.
Oh, it's turning sad. You got to get him on at some point.
You do. You guys have a dynamic.
Rapport is.
I was gonna say rapport, but I was like, that's not the word I'm looking for.
You don't speak French. All right, now.
C'est la vie.
Yeah, well, there you go. We did. Such is life. We have to pair our homemade Chex Mix with the game, and since it's the this is the Sega Master System episode, we're gonna go with Echo the Dolphin.
Wait, I know that one.
Yeah, so hear me out. Echo the Dolphin was a popular game for the Genesis back in the day, mostly thanks to good advertising. Some people like this game. I do not. I get why they ported it to the Sega Master System, because, it was successful and, money. I don't know. I just never liked it. I could never get into it. I never knew what to do, and apparently if you do know what to do in the game, it's, stupid hard. And so the Sega Master System was a port of something that looked better on Genesis, and, it went to a less powerful system. So we're going with that. That's our game today. And
why am developed by a Hungarian team.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine with that. I actually spent quite a bit of time in Hungary, and I love that country. My sister lived there for a while. Shout out to Langos. It's one of the best snacks ever. I should do that. Once we get popular in Hungary, I'm going to do a Langos snack.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's weird to pick a game. Usually I pair a snack with the game that I like. And then
exactly. What's happening here?
So since we're pairing it with the holiness that is homemade Chex Mix, I'd be like, Danelle, Echo the Dolphin, do you want to? Why don't you play, Danelle? I'm good. I'll just watch you play, and I'll just sit there, and I'll eat the homemade Chex Mix.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
While you play. And I'm like, oh shit, Danelle, you died? No, you can have another turn. You go ahead. It's just while I eat more delicious homemade Chex Mix.
That's hilarious.
And so, anyways, yeah.
And then there's none left for me, thanks.
Yeah. You want a turn, Mikey? I'm hungry now. Oh no, let's play a different game.
I wouldn't want to give you the controller anyways. It'd be all full of gross seasonings and... You're not wrong. I learned from a very young age to always wash your hands after you have snacks, and then you're going to play games, especially at a friend's house. You don't want to get their controller all nasty. Yeah.
I would wash my hands, but I would change the game, though. So, yeah, first snack we paired with the game that is not dope.
Huh.
At least in my opinion. Some people might like it, but...
Yeah. Well...
Jeff, thumbs up, thumbs to the side, or thumbs down? Echo the Dolphin? Never even heard of it. All right, gotcha. No, thumbs down. All right. He doesn't like dolphins.
They're friendly.
I used to boogie board a lot back in the day, a lot, and one of my favorite things was I caught a giant wave with a pod of dolphins. This is at
no way.
Yeah, this is
where
the beach by the Crow's Nest. I can never remember the name of it. I should know.
What the hell is
what is it?
Twin Lakes?
Twin Lakes, yeah, Twin Peaks.
Oh, so in Santa Cruz, we go to Twin Lakes a lot because it's a cool little.
It's a safe place to boogie board.
There's a lot of surfers there for sure. Every time we go, they're just on either side of that the lake area.
But they're not usually on the main beach there. That's why I like the boogie board
off
there.
To the side to the right.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
that's where we always go, and then the waves come up too far sometimes, and we can't get out, or we have to leave early because the waves are going to come up and we're stranded there up near the rocks.
Got to know your beach safety, but yeah, I caught a pretty big wave, and I looked to my right.
I didn't know there was dolphins there.
Yeah, they were just passing by.
Huh.
I saw a fin come out of the wave next to me, and I freaked out, and I rowed to shore, and I looked back, and it was a pod of dolphins.
I want to tell my friend that, because that's the one we always go to.
Yeah, Twin Peaks. Twin
no,
Peaks.
not
Great
Peaks.
movie. No, I know.
Yeah. It was a good TV show, though.
Yes, yeah.
Very
That's right. It
weird.
was TV show first. All right, Danelio. I've been talking way too gosh darn much today, my dear, and I think it's time for you to do some talking. And so we are going to move on to our Rapido Firo segment. Jeff, you and I need to work on a song for this, but we will.
Let's give me something to talk about.
There you go. I think you're on to something there. Now we have to cover Bonnie Raitt. It can be done.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Sing that one more time, Danelle. Let's give me something to talk about. I'll be quiet.
Let's give me something to talk about.
All right, Jeff, we can just sample that and then
Oh no! I kind of had a little in my voice that time. Dang it!
Yeah, but Bonnie Raitt's a little, it's a little bluesy. It's a little, hey, how's it going? Yeah, that's how Bonnie Raitt, I imagine, talk. Like, hey, what are you doing here? Anyways, so I have some fan feedback. Several people, in fact, from the Nickelodeon show, that they loved when Danelle got a title for a game. And then she gave it her own description and rating system.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we're doing today. Again, I'm going to give you...
I still feel like I did terrible. I'm surprised people said that.
I'm not even joking.
It was ridiculous.
Several people hit me up and was like, dude, Were
they real people?
Yes, real friends. I have friends and people that hit me up.
They weren't AI?
No, we have fans. We might know them all, but we still have fans. We have 3 fans, Jeff says.
I have a fan on right now. It's hot here.
Right. Jeff has one fan. It's his only fan. Yeah. No, people said they legitimate LOL'd during this last segment.
Okay.
So here we go. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a title. These are all Sega Master System games. I'm just going to give you a title, and you're going to give me what you think the game is and your rating. The first one is a great game, by the way, but I want to see what Danelio does with it. The first one is Fantasy Zone.
You don't want to know my initial reaction to this.
I do.
One.
No, I do. We all do. Yes.
I really don't want to say it. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bad.
I kind of figured that you.
I'm gonna switch it up and not say what I was gonna say, but to me it's like picking out your fantasy in a bad way.
Is it like
in a provocative way?
Like the Ludacris song.
Oh my gosh. Yes, exactly. Yes, 100%. That's exactly where my mind went first. But I'm going to go off kilter, and I think it's a game where you can walk around different worlds. It's fantasy worlds, and it's a action-adventure game. Maybe like a choose your own adventure, Fantasy Zone.
Okay, yeah. Starring Ludacris.
And I'm going to give it, I like fantasy, so let's give it a 4 out of 5.
Nice, all right. Didn't get canceled, that's good. Next one is Master of Darkness, Danelle.
Ooh, this sounds like a devil game. I don't know. It sounds like you're walking around bringing things to hell.
Yeah.
You're the master, you're the devil, and you're like walking around and you're getting everything to go to the dark side with you. There's Ouija boards and tarot cards, and you're lighting things on fire, and you're the master! Master!
Yeah.
Master of Darkness is pulling your strings!
Wow.
I like it. I'm going to go 4 out of 5.
Nice. And you mentioned Ouija board. I love Ouija boards.
Yeah.
All you college students playing Ouija, check the spelling REFUGE. Get the CD from some goodie. Sorry. Shout out Wyclef, right?
Oh, sure.
People love me rapping just as much as they love you singing. All right, the next song. Actually, I'm going to sing the title of the next song. Danelle, are you ready?
Okay, I am.
Wonder Boy.
I don't like it already. I'm already giving it a 2 out of 5 just because of that.
Because of the song or the name?
Yeah, the song.
You don't like the song?
No.
Oh, Wonder Boy, Tenacious D? No,
Wonder Boy. It sounds like, isn't there I don't know, but it sounds like maybe Mighty Mouse. It sounds like you flying around with a cape. And flying around the world and...
You need a cape to fly, that's for sure.
Yeah, you wonder what's going on.
What's going on down there?
Yeah.
You're flying around because you're curious about what's going on. He has superpowers, but he's dumb as fuck.
Yes.
What happened down there? I like it. What do you mean you don't like it?
I know. Because it was so dumb, so it's still 2 out of 5.
Okay, right. Oh, poor Wonder Boy. Oh, whew. All right, next game. It's called Psycho Fox.
Yeah. This sounds like a fox who's high on drugs. It's like Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
But this is like Cocaine Fox, and he's psycho, and he's out there with his wide eyes, and he's hunting everybody down and killing them. That one's still gonna be 2 out of 5 too. So.
Oh yeah, too violent. Yeah. In fact, he doesn't kill anyone. He's high on cocaine, and he just won't stop talking to you about like his band that almost made it. 2 out of 5. All right, Cloud Master. What is Cloud Master?
Oh, you're making clouds.
Yeah. How are you making clouds? Are you God or are you vaping?
Oh, I didn't think about
Or
vaping.
are you God and are you vaping?
Oh gosh, you're a vaping god. I don't know how you would create clouds, but it sounds like you're creating clouds in the sky. You're manipulating I don't even know the different ones. Gosh, I was just looking at these. How do you say cumulus and stratus and
Colostomy, I think.
cloud types?
Yeah.
Well, you're
Many clouds of smoke.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
Fuck yeah, Al. Give me some
Serious
gap.
clouds. I can't think. All I keep thinking about is just creating clouds in the sky.
Yeah,
it sounds
for
pretty.
sure.
It sounds like a 1 out of 5 to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds pretty boring.
It could be therapeutic, I guess. It could, if you just
Maybe.
got nothing to do and you just, need to take a break without thinking about something, just create pretty little clouds like Bob Ross.
Yeah, if it's like ASMR, like.
What is it really? Can you tell me? Do you know what the game is?
No, actually, that one I just found the name. A lot of these I do know, but Cloudmaster I don't. You should look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
I should. I wasn't expecting you to ask me what it was.
It brought me shoes. What?
Fucking bullshit.
Cloudmaster can refer to a fog machine? Oh, never mind.
You gotta type in Cloudmaster Sega Master System.
I see it here now. Yeah, it looks like the cover is a guy throwing a ball at a tiger. There's a dragon that's coming out of the water. Is the person's name Cloud, maybe? Or I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, You're right. There is a guy throwing a ball at a tiger. He's skateboarding on the cloud.
Oh, that makes sense. He uses the cloud as his
Yeah, it's like a shoot 'em up.
transportation.
It's like a shoot 'em up. Yeah.
Oh, so now that makes sense. Okay.
I like yours better. Sorry, original Cloudmaster. Get
I
banned.
don't know.
All right, I have 2 more for you.
Yep.
And I guess we should wrap this gavel up. This next one is actually one of the games that my wife and I bonded over early in our dating days.
Aww.
It was on Genesis, but also on Sega Master System. But this one is called Columns. And it's got a banging soundtrack. But this is Columns. What do you think Columns is?
Sounds like Tetris. Like putting columns together.
Yeah, I mean, it is a puzzle game.
It sounds like a puzzle game where you're just fitting columns together. But I like that. I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5.
But, I mean, yes. Jeff, edit me out swearing. Now that we're going to be on video, our video clips, we need to swear less so we can make money. That's how it works.
Those are very, I don't want to say therapeutic type games, but they're very
they're good
fulfilling. I don't know how to explain it or with the word I'm looking for, but it's funny because I just bought Tetris. Oh gosh, what's it called now? It's like
Pot?
No, but I got it at Tetris Tumble, and it's I got it at Costco last week, and it's basically like it's got a bowl, and then you can fit the shapes on it, but it's a teeter-totter, and so you start building on it, and then pretty much it like will tip one way or the other, and then whoever puts the piece on last, the whole thing will tip over and like fall.
Oh, that's
the
fun.
kids had fun with it. It was kind of fun. There's actually a ball because otherwise I feel like it would be an unfair advantage if you could just pick your own piece. So you have to roll a ball, and then it tells you what piece you have to pick, and you have to place that piece somewhere.
Tetris Tumble. I'm gonna remember that. It sounds really fun, actually.
It was okay. They played it a couple times. Actually, what the kids liked to do eventually was build up all the blocks, and then they would just throw that ball at it and knock down all of the pieces.
I was once a boy as well. Oh, this looks familiar. Okay, I've seen that. Okay, right on.
Anyway,
all right. The audience doesn't want to hear me looking up shit on my phone. Last game?
Yep.
is called Great Baseball.
Oh, this seems very self-explanatory.
It doesn't have to. No, it doesn't have to.
I'm gonna say it's got all the legends in it. It's
Ooh.
got
Pete Rose.
Oh gosh, wasn't he like an owner?
Pete Rose was one of the best players of all time.
Oh, he was a player?
He was also a coach, and he got, well, let's just say he gambled and he bet on his own team.
That's what it was. I remember something about him that was...
He was disgraced. He was forever banned until just like a week or two ago from being eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
No way.
Now he is eligible. People think he'll never get voted in, which I think is horse hockey. Anyways...
Yeah.
So what you're saying is this
It's got
game...
like Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth, and it's got all the greats, and you can play as them and build your own team, and that sounds cool to me. Sounds like 4 out of 5.
Sounds great. And there's there's DLC, I think, for this game. Somehow in the 80s there's DLC where you can be Pete Rose and gamble.
No way.
And bet on your own team. Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is your game. I don't know. I'm just trying to help out. But
I was like, what makes it this great baseball? What makes it great?
Probably bad translation, I'm guessing.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, Wonder Boy might be my favorite. If we can make Wonder Boy a fucking game where you fly around and look down and wonder what's going on, I would love it. I would love it.
That's kind of, I guess, because that's me in a nutshell. I'm nosy in general. I always want to know what they're doing and what's going on over there. And
yeah,
you know, he could have a scanner with him. Oh, what's going on over there? Pulls up his scanner and let's go check that out.
Well, what's happening over there?
Wonder Boy. Actually, I think that there's a there's an MMA fighter who that's his nickname.
Yes. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what I first thought of when you first said that name. I was like, wait a minute, I know there's a fighter that uses that name.
And he always comes out to the song Wonder Boy.
So it is related to this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, look at that.
The secrets of your power. You don't like that song? It drives me nuts. Anyways, that's okay. Jeff doesn't either. He's shaking his head.
Oh, and he's 42. Oh, so he's about my age. That's why he knows that game.
Of course, yeah. Right, he's the nicest MMA fighter in all of the history of MMA, apparently. So I'd hang out with him. I'd have a beer with him, for sure.
Aww.
All right, well, that is the end of our Sega Master System episode. I couldn't remember.
I was like, that word?
Yeah.
Episode.
Just like last week's episode where I said Doom maybe 500 times, I think I said Sega Master System maybe 400 times today, so I'll never say that word again. But Danelle, what have you learned after today?
A lot of Sega games that I never played. A lot of Sega Master Systems that I never played, or games I didn't play.
There you go.
That it seems not that cool.
Yeah, it was kind of a flop.
Yeah. It seems like a flop.
It wasn't great. But we did an episode on it, so look at us. We care about everything. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you want to do an episode on next week? Give me a topic video game related, please, and I'll write an episode about it. Come on, let's go. Let's do this live and direct, even though we're like 2 weeks behind. Okay, we won't.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, you got it. Done deal. Mario Kart is our next episode. I have to remember that now. But I think that about wraps it up, unless, Danelle, you are ready to talk about our main topic, vocabulary necessary when digging into my library. If you're ready... Oh!
You got cut off for that one. Like, nah, sir.
Well, getting the high sign from Jeff there, who doesn't want to hear me rap anymore. So, I guess it's time to say goodbye, Danelle.
Goodbye, Danelle.
And for all you other peoples, may your gamer score be heavy and your backlog be light. May your connection be strong and your aim precision tight. May your Joy-Cons be as mighty as the ocean, but never should they drift. And for all you QA pirates out there, you'll survive. Yarr! Double shift. Yarr! Later, Hosen. Sweet glasses.